Hello, hello everyone. I am Lara Almarcegui. I am an artist, and a lot of my work is inspired by the fact that actually I have a problem. When I am in a city, when I'm walking around a contemporary, mainly European city, what I see around I don't like much. I see a lot of design, I see a lot of constructions, a lot of architecture, a lot of developments. It seems like all the space around me is completely designed by someone else. It seems like everything around me really corresponds with someone's plan. It is really an image of a city, something really constructed by the others. And I have a problem because I really cannot breathe in that spaces. I really have claustrophobia of too much design, too much rationalization of space. So what I do very much as an artist, as a way of surviving, I look for places that somehow manage to escape this over-design. For me, the places that offer an alternative to design are the wastelands, or maybe you can call them open grounds, or empty lot. In short, the terrains I find interesting are areas that are waiting for development. They are blank spaces, places where everything might happen, but it has not happened yet. And for me, these are places of freedom, because they really offer an escape to the architect, basically. If I should tell you, the word that defines these places mainly, for me, is possibility. Actually, possibility really explains why I like these areas. And I know there has been a lot said this yesterday and today about dereliction. Maybe there is not so much derelict space in Europe. That's why these empty areas are really, really important, and they play a role for me. So I've been visiting many of these areas, and one problem, of course, is that they are constantly being constructed. They are constantly threatened. They are constantly disappearing. I have seen a lot of open grounds disappear, a lot for the big projects like welfares, Olympics, malls. These are, of course, big enemies. So one project I did as a way to respond to that state of things is something I did in Belgium, in Genk. Genk, not Ghent. Don't mix it up, because Genk is a very different city. It's a mining city, not so well known as Ghent, that you might have heard about. So in Genk, I found this amazing piece of land that you are seeing there, which I thought was really fantastic. It was very large. It was quite in the center of the town. It was open, no fence. It was surrounded by a bike path, so it was very accessible. It has even some water, some swamp, some little bridge. I really like it very much. And my project consists in convincing the owner, who was the city, to keep it as an open ground. We make an agreement for not developing it, to make sure that even if a lot of open grounds in the city get developed along the years, this one will remain. Actually, the project is about stealing land to architecture, or to landscape architecture, maybe. So it is really about making something different. One of the things I have to face, if this is the terrain, here there's a big nature preserve. So I had to ask myself, what was the difference between the protection of the land I have done and the preserve? That's much larger. And actually it's quite different, because in the preserve there were all these regulations, like you must walk on the track. You cannot walk with a dog free. You cannot play music. And of course, there are a lot of natural species that are not allowed because are not the ideal local species. So there were all these regulations going on that in the open ground we preserve were not going on. So that's why I thought it was interesting. We had an agreement to preserve the land for 10 years. It was an agreement made thanks to the conseiller of urbanism that liked the project very much. And well, I was very happy with that. I thought 10 years of preservation was quite interesting. But then, of course, I would have liked to have it longer. I would have liked to keep it in perpetuity, if possible, of course. And years passed, and I had this amazing good luck that Manifesta, which is a biennial in Europe that always goes to different places and normally poor, forgotten areas, choose that town as the next location. And they invite me to have a new project in the exhibition space. So it was quite good luck, because my proposal then for Manifesta was, instead of talking about new work, maybe we first should rescue this old wasteland forgotten in this area, nobody remembers it's there, and use the power we have now, because now is Manifesta, you are here with Manifesta, and use this new, more power situation to expand the protection maybe forever. So we started negotiations, and again, I was even more lucky, because the Council of Urbanists that had done the negotiation with me has become the mayor. So actually we had the biennial, we had the mayor, and everything looked like that's gonna work. The protection they agree was just for 2 years, which is, well, not much. So from 10 years to 12 years. But basically, it includes the agreement that the city was going to do the master plan of the whole neighborhood, including the land of the wasteland, in a matter of months. And they promised me to invite me to the negotiations of the master plan with the idea that we would preserve the wasteland forever. And then really with a master plan, the building would be really quite serious, and well, the thing would really, really happen. So this was the deal. I got a sort of a contract promise, I don't know how to call it, and we showed that we were happy. The show, the biennial passed, and 1 year after, well, we still have not been in touch. Really, they didn't really contact me about the master plan, so I talked with them, and actually they told me they are delaying it now because of the crisis. So I have a bit of paranoia, actually. Sometimes I think maybe they play me, maybe they say, yes, it's going to be forever because of the biennial, but now there's no biennial anymore, so maybe they forget me. So I don't really know. So I don't really know whom is, you know, how serious is this promise, but of course I think it's worth to try it, and my position is I need to fight for that, because, well, I need to really insist in this land, so I hope it's going to happen. And something I had to tell you very quickly is that this is a project I'm really insisting a lot, not just in this land, but there are also other grounds, some where we completely fail in the negotiation from the beginning, some we just protect 1 year, some we have in perpetuity, and I'm even starting new negotiations right now. So it's a project I keep on repeating, and I don't really mind as an artist to insist a lot and repeating a lot if necessary, because for me it is about the ground, and stealing land to designers is always worth the effort, actually. And I have, 8, okay, thank you.